Hello, welcome to Metal Shock Finland. I'm Dave Pearce. Today I'm joined by Chemicals of Democracy at Hammerfest 5. How are you going, guys?
Great.
Wiped. Wiped out. No, good.
When and why did you start playing your instruments and that? When was it?
Start with it.
Ooh, all right. You gotta be more.
You don't drink as much. You got it.
Well, I don't know. I just like playing when I was young. I just like playing instruments, and then when I started to play with other people and then have a chemistry, I changed track. It just spawned off.
Yeah, I was always when I was in elementary school, I played saxophone, and then I went to my first AC/DC concert, and the saxophone disappeared and the guitar showed up, so that pretty much did it. So.
Well, I started back in 1995 playing guitar, mainly folk Brazilian songs since I was like 9 or 10. Then I guess I was on 12 or 13 playing guitar, mainly influenced by my elder brother Danny. Took it serious by 14, practicing like 6 or 8 hours a day. I started to teach guitar also. I was 15, 16, teaching. Now I'm 26, and that's it.
And it's all the future. Yeah, excellent.
Guitar, I think, was from Randy Rhoads, AC/DC. It was a cool thing to do, and the next thing you know, I'm in love with what I'm doing.
Can you tell the fans, if they've never heard of you before, what style you play?
Trying to be versatile, I think. It's not like we're on a goal to please everybody, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we play to please ourselves, you know, just trying to sound cool, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I think that's a good way of looking at it. It's true.
I like playing with myself.
Yeah, me too.
No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
This is your second time at Hammerfest. Were you more nervous this time than the first time?
I wasn't. I never.
No.
I was nervous. I was amped.
Yeah, that's more what it is. I mean, like, I get a lot of, you know what I mean? I don't get nervous. I wasn't nervous in my first show. I just get up there.
My only nerves are, did I get here and is my stuff going to work when I plug it in outside of
That's
Even though this was my first gig with the guys, first
Time playing with us.
yeah, I didn't feel nervous at all. I just happened because like 1 month did the audition. So
An audition, just had to make a tape for this douchebag. I totally knew you could do it. Man. Like,
I'm a hard ass.
no such thing as an audition. You either can do it or you can't. You know? That's just my opinion. Douchebag.
Yeah, but you guys do. I mean, I just expect a certain level of friggin', but I don't listen to you. That's usually a lot of the problem.
Nobody ever does. It's all right. Take it out on the mic.
Earlier you done an acoustic set. What inspired you to do that and pick the songs?
They asked us if we wanted to do an acoustic set. We ironically did an acoustic show with, what was his name, Donkin?
Donkin guy, yeah.
Yeah, we did that. So it was like no big deal. It's like, figured, it's good exposure and like different. I like it a lot. You have a copy of Fire in the Hole? Unplugged?
Yes.
slide guitar?
I am sure I have it somewhere. And if I don't,
If you don't, I'll get you a
will
copy
find
of
it.
it.
Yeah. He then did a rocking set on the main stage with some new songs thrown in. How do you think that went?
Everything went perfectly except for the one little mishap on the first song.
Yeah.
Something went down with Darren's microphone, and he just jumped on my microphone until they fixed the situation, and then we just swapped again. It was fine. Everything was flawless. Lighting was exactly what we wanted. It was exactly all the intros were played. Everything that went down. I don't think we could have just. I think we gave it all.
I think for me, I mean, it was cool because like we never played together, like we're standing right next to each other, and we still
Considering all things,
we had some great interaction. We had a great time.
we had little Marshall amps in the room, and Sammy,
Dude,
Sammy and I were last night.
if Sammy, because Sammy lives in Brazil still.
Yeah.
If he lived in Phoenix and we had the whole time with him, and then
Hammerfest next year.
I don't even think it was about that. Just being anal. You get to one level, how do you get to the next, you know?
oh yeah, absolutely.
What was the highlight of both of those?
Last year versus this year?
Well, last year versus
Oh,
this year,
the acoustic?
and the acoustic and your main electric set.
Personally? When Martin said, you're done. 'Cause I couldn't hear my vocals.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear the guitar, so it was like, but then the highlight of this show was the Judas.
Yeah.
Because we had a thing worked out, and the audience already picked up on what last year. So there's like a chant going on. This was a great crowd.
That chant was crazy.
It shocked me, actually.
Yeah.
This is the second time I was shocked.
I remember that.
The first time was when we that new song Hey Ma. We opened up for a band in Phoenix, and we did that song, and the audience started singing along with it. They never heard it. They were doing it, you know. I was like going.
Dude, you know what it's like? You know what it's like to play in another country, and I'm watching like 5 people here in the front, and they're all singing lyrics.
No, that's not lyrics.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I was just like, that's pretty cool.
The lineup's changed since last year. How hard was it trying to find the new guys?
No, really. We had a couple guitar players wanted to step in, but and you get goosebumps. You know, Judas, he sent like a arpeggio solos, sweeps, goosebumps. So, it wasn't that hard. Did you guys like, yeah, I got that song nailed, and they show up and it's like out of whack.
Actually,
great kid.
I did the solo when my girlfriend was sleeping by my side. When she was sleeping, then I thought, maybe a solo for Judas. And I plug it in and start sweeping and recorded it. He liked it, so.
Sammy and Scott. How did it actually come about for you to get in that scene?
For me, it was, I mean, a couple years ago, we were playing, it was actually a benefit show that we were playing together. I was in another band in Phoenix, and it's the first time I got to see them play. And I was instantly like a fan of the band. So, I mean, we were talking about this earlier, you know, I look back a year from now, we were going to Hammerfest last year, and we opened for them for that show. And I'm kind of like looking at how surreal it was. There's no way in hell I thought like a year from now I'd be going to Hammerfest with them. But, you know, we kind of got to be good friends along the way. I mean, the day after we played that first show, we ended up at the same restaurant hanging out with, like, you know, our kids and everything else. So something seemed to be clicking, and we started talking more and more and more. And when he walked up to me earlier in December and said there might be something think it'd be a possibility. Would you be interested? And, you know, I'm trying to act cool about it. Well, you know, maybe. Inside I'm going, yeah, I think I'd really like that. So sure enough, it happened. So the opportunity came up, and I was more than happy to jump on it.
Yeah, for me, I actually met Darry by phone in 2008, I guess.
That's right.
I digged right away the songs. I remember Firing the Hole from this time, and I tried to get in the band back then, but I was like 20 years old and not much experience, and I was broke at the time. Didn't have money to fly to Arizona. And as Darren says, it's all about faith, because it's amazing how the things settle in for this event, for Hammerfest. Because I was just randomly checking Facebook, and I thought, yeah, because of the mockers. Did they have a web page on Facebook? Then I checked it, and right then they have a Facebook page, and there was one post saying we're doing auditions for new guitar players because our ex-lead guitar player has went away. So I said, I sent an inbox message to Jerry, and I say, man, get me a fucking visa, man. Yeah. I'm flying right now to Arizona. And then he said, stay in touch. We have more people on the line, but stay in touch. Then I posted on our page that I was practicing. Then he messaged me. He said, man, a visa. I'll get you a visa right now. So
you want the visa? You get one right now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's awesome. No. I got home from like a practice that night, like 2 in the morning. And I'm sitting down just relaxing, and I get this message from you. You're like, are you up? I'm like, yeah. You're like, go on Facebook right now and look at this link. And I looked at the link, and I called him right back. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, okay.
My text was speechless.
Yeah, and that's it. I'm a very huge fan of Darry, JQ, Greg, Scott, because they make such great songs. This guy has such a great talent, man. He's very talented. He can write stuff.
Stop. I'll start making out with you. I'm kidding. Just kidding. Don't want ever.
Sammy.
Okay.
Your first ever gig.
Yeah.
Chemicals. How do you think it went?
Oh, perfect, because actually our only rehearsal was last night with Little Marshall and me and Darry.
Trailer.
I wasn't feeling so well in either, and let's practice a bit. Then we took like 3 or 4 songs, practicing.
Easy pickings.
Easy pickings, as you see.
Right. Myself, I know roughly what you've been up to, but for the fans out there, since American Scream, what have you been up to?
Writing and tracking.
Writing and tracking.
Constantly sorting out the new stuff and everything else.
That's what we're doing.
He's already going to send me like 5 or 6 tracks. So it's like, now we got a full plate. We're just going to start tracking and try to plan get some European dates back over here in the UK. See what we can do on that.
You've been posting demos of your new songs. What sort of feedback are you getting from them?
The new song?
Yeah, the new songs, yeah.
Look at his face.
Look at his face. This is a really close friend of mine. His name is Matt, and he's just like blown away by the new stuff. The new stuff is just the old. I'm a very critical guy.
Yeah.
So you know, if it's not good, I'm like my worst critic. So it's just,
Yeah.
I think the new stuff is just
I just joined the band and like, you know, we're friends and everything. And every time after practice, he's like, "Well, do you guys have anything we've recorded?" I'm like, "Yeah." Well, you got to get me a bootleg of it. I'm like, "Are you trying to get me out of the band as quick as I got into
trying.
it or what?" I'm like, "It's not gonna happen." It's like,
You just don't want anything floating around. It's not,
Yeah.
you
It's
know.
like the American stream was great, but it's like
The official release on that is going to be March 25th. And even though it was tracked last year, that's we have PR company that's handling it. But in the meantime, we need to build up our catalog.
Yeah.
That's one of the, that's, you know, that's why there's some changes made.
if I may, for anybody who hasn't heard Chemicals of Democracy before, it's one of those things. They're a great studio album, but live, there's something that changes, and you want to sing as loud as you can until your throat hurts. You want to jump as high as you can and pound your fist in the air. And to me, it's like after the show that was played today, I felt like I was on stage because I was just exhausted, and that's what makes Chemicals of Democracy. Maybe there's a chance for them to be one of the greatest bands of all time.
Excellent.
Nipple just got hard.
Here, I got this for you.
Nice. Oh man.
Thanks for the interview, guys. Is there any last words that you want to pass on to our readers and for your fans?
I want to get back to Hammerfest 6. That's what I'm looking forward to. Or unless like something happens to one of the bands tomorrow, we could play.
Where's our drummer?
I don't care. I'll play drums.
Like to talk to
Sammy
you.
will play bass. I'll play drums. Sammy.
He's a hell of a drummer. He'll do both.
I'll do I can get back on stage
Just
again.
advice: pick up the album and just tell as many people as you can about COD.
Last thing I want to say about it is, like, you know, being new to the band too, and going onto Facebook and all these UK people that send friend requests and messages, they're just phenomenal as far as like just telling them how much they love the band and wanting to know you. To me, it's just amazing to be a part of it. So.
Darren, yourself, you got any last little message?
Keep it real. Oh, click the like button on Facebook.
Click the like button on Facebook.
Spread the word, spread the disease.
And my message is to say that I can take the shot right fucking now.
Don't do drugs.
Awesome. Right, thanks, guys.